Hi everyone, welcome back to Layo's Academy. My name is Lion. I'm an IT audit and risk professional with experience across Big Four and corporate technology risk. Today, I am going to be talking about one of the most asked questions. I get people asking me questions like, oh, they're trying to get into IT, technology, risk careers, and they are not sure maybe they should pursue cybersecurity or like that they don't even know the difference between cybersecurity and IT audit GRC. So today I'm going to be talking about the difference between these two and which one is actually right from you. Remember, on this channel, I help beginners and career switchers transition into IT audit career roles by providing resources to help them get started with an easy entry. Before I go further in this video, I want to be clear up front about what this video is and what it is not. This is not like a ranking. I'm not here to tell you that one field is better than the other. I hold a CISA certificate which is rooted in IT audit, and I also hold a CISM certificate which is rooted in cybersecurity management. Both are legitimate, both are well compensated, both are growing. What I am going to be giving you today is just an honest data backed comparison so you can make an informed decision based on who you actually are and where you actually want to go. Okay, and then for you to know the difference between the two. I'm going to start with the job growth because this is where most people begin when they are researching a career. They want to compare and know, is this sustainable? Is it going to grow over time? And I want to compare apples to apples here. So this slide is purely about like job market growth and demand and not, the actual, salary. So for cybersecurity, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, they are projecting a 29 to 33% job growth from 2024 through 2034. And that is actually roughly like seven times faster than the average across like other or all occupations. ISC2 reports 4.8 million unfilled cybersecurity positions globally right now, and with an 87% gap between the workforce supply and demand. Okay, that means that the number of people needed, the difference between the number of people needed and the number of people available. Okay, over 514,000 active cybersecurity job postings are live in the US. I'm in the US, so I'm using data from the US for the purpose of this training. These numbers are actually like real. Okay, they are real numbers, real statistics. Now for IT audits, the story is different, but it is still strong. So there are over 6,700 active IT audit openings in the US right now. True, like this data is from cybersec, and then the growth rate is estimated to be 13% projected IT auditor slash compliance role growth. Okay, um again, there are 151,000 CISA holders currently, like 151,000 people that are certified as information system auditors, and the demand continues like to also outpace the supply. um Again, the growth catalyst, the growth factor here is like regulatory expansion. There are always like new regulatory things coming up. SOX compliance, now we have AI, we are having a lot of AI governance requirements. Okay, so this is one of the things that also makes this field keep growing. Here is like a nuance I want you to hear, that 4.8 million cybersecurity gap is real, but it is not actually evenly spread. The majority of the unfilled positions require like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years experience. Okay, getting entry level cybersecurity role is still competitive. However, like IT audit's demand is a little bit steadier and more accessible at the starting level. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. Okay, so these are current statistics. The key takeaway here is that cybersecurity has higher raw growth numbers. However, IT audit has the more stable, consistent demand curve with lower competition. Okay, now let's talk about salary. I want to be direct here because I see a lot of content that picks the top end cybersecurity or CISO number and presents it like, oh, this is the norm. Like some of these high numbers are really not. Here's the real picture. At every career stage, this is based data based on Glassdoor 2026 and ISACA's global salary survey. I also use Zip Recruiter for like this data. At entry level, IT audit is paying like 64 to 85,000, while cybersecurity is maybe 70,000 to 95,000. They are quite very close. Okay, they are close enough. Again, I tell people like salary should not be your deciding factor when you are starting any of this career. Um, at 3 to 5 years, level experience, IT audits will be paying like 92 to 128,000, while cybersecurity sits at about 95 to 135,000. These are still comparable. They are still both strong on both sides. Now, talking about the credential level, a CISA holder, like if you are certified, a CISA holder, you would earn maybe typically like, your certification will boost your salary. So maybe about 110 to 149,000 and above. While if you hold a CISSP certificate, okay, if you hold a CISSP certificate, then your salary will be a little bit higher, okay. Your salary will be a little bit higher. Your salary will be between 120 and 160,000, 120 to 160,000. Okay, so the meaning of CISSP is actually it's a cybersecurity certificate. It's certified information system security professional, and it is one of the top global cybersecurity certification. I also hear the exam is a very hard, like very difficult. So both for IT audit, CISA, I'm sure we've been saying CISA on this channel, so by now we should all know the meaning of CISA. It is Certified Information System Auditor. Okay, so both credentials will deliver like real premium if you have them. Okay, and then you could get like salary uplift also. Now let's go to the manager level. The manager level is the difference is a little bit high. Like IT audit managers might earn between 130 to 175, while cybersecurity managers are earning well up to 140 to 185,000 and beyond. And then when they get to like senior leadership, CISO, okay, they take like higher money between 180 to 250 for cybersecurity and 150 to 200 for IT audit. The honest summary is this: entry salaries for both fields are, very identical. IT audit offers a more predictable, like structured climb. I tell people like whatever salary or entry level you are going into in IT audit, be rest assured that you're going to progress quickly within a space of 1, 2, 3 years. Your salary, you might even be surprised that the salary might, almost, get to one and a half of what you started with. Okay, so you would have a stable salary growth in this field. Entry salaries are identical. I've already said that. Now let's look at um the honest like comparison, like what it actually takes to land your first role in each of these jobs. IT audit, it has an easier entry. Okay, it has an easier entry, no technical degree, no coding, just have your degree, accounting, business, IT. Any of these degrees will get into IT audit. And then 0 to 2 years experience roles are widely available. You would always see a lot of entry level IT audit roles. You don't need CISA. The last video I did last week, I talked about why you have no business running or pursuing CISA if you have like 0 to probably 2 3 years experience. Please watch that video to get more insight into that. Then for IT audit, you have transferable skills, from finance, you can move to compliance and thereabout. And then for IT audit, like even if you really, really not done the job, like strong conceptual knowledge will get you through your interview. Like you can actually read and study, like get through your interviews without, because it's not technical, it's just critical thinking, communication, and all that. Okay. Remember, my IT audit fundamentals course would help you like build exactly what you need to get into IT audit. Now, cybersecurity is a little bit steeper. It has a little bit steeper path. You need technical background. You need to attend maybe like a boot camp. You need like home lab experience, like hands-on lab. You most likely you need to get like computer security, your CH, or like equivalent certificates. They are usually required, even for entry level jobs. Again, for cybersecurity, your certifications, even though for all jobs, your certifications are not a lot, but like they want to see like practical proof. And then the market is very, very competitive. The problem with the competition in the market is also that it is concentrated at senior level. Okay. And then lastly, a lot of people like they don't just bump into cybersecurity. They start from IT support or help desk before they transition. Okay. Again, IT audit is the more accessible part. It's more accessible into technology risk. Okay. Your foundational knowledge can actually get you hired and get you a job. Now let's look at what the job actually feels like. um Work style for IT audit. Okay, it is a structured field. You work like in defined engagement cycles. You are planning, you are testing, you are reporting, you have clear timelines, you have clear deliverable. Like, you have the busy seasons, which the stress there could be very high. However, like, um another thing with IT audit is like it is people heavy. Like you are in constant contact. You are with people, with constantly having meetings with control owners, with stakeholders, with external auditors. So this is kind of the major thing about. So IT audit has structured like work style. Sometimes it could be stressful, especially if you find yourself in the big four, or big consulting organizations, and then you have to relate. So if you're not someone that cannot communicate very well, or you don't like having meetings, say no to IT audit. Then you work with different, industry, different, engagement types, especially if you're in consulting. And then another thing about what IT audit feel like, from if you start in IT audit, you have transferable skills to risk management, to compliance, and to other roles. While cybersecurity on the other hand is a different energy entirely. Like it is reactive. Like it's you don't follow like a schedule. Incidents, like, because you'll be reviewing incidents and all that. Okay, so it doesn't follow a structured schedule. And secondly, it is high, it is consistent. Like you need to keep reviewing. Like there's usually like that stress, high stress that is involved with it. Okay, the threat, there's this thing like the environment is constantly like you are trying to defend something new. The work is also more like tool focused, and it is also people focused. You use a lot of tools, especially if you're handling a technical role. Okay, like the penetration testing, SOC analysis, and all that. And then another thing about cybersecurity is like the specialization will tend to narrow over time. Okay, and this is valued in this way. Like over time, you get to specialize in specific areas. Okay, and then the career exits, yes, you can exit to become chief information security officer, security architecture, AI security, cloud security leadership, and security consulting. So talking about what the job looks like for each of them, I'm not going to say either is better. They are both different professional identities, okay? I think the question we should be asking ourselves if you're trying to choose between the two is, are you that person that is energized by maybe structured investigation? You are the one that can ask questions, you can communicate well, or are you like energized by like trying to solve technical problems under real-time pressure? So your answer to that question is what you tell you more about which part is right for you. Okay, now let's see, let me help you choose which is right for you. So choose IT audits if you like structured work with clear deliverables, you are drawn to risk governance and controls, you enjoy analyzing processes and systems from the outside, you want strong work-life balance outside peak audit season, you like interacting with business stakeholders regularly, you like communicating, okay? You like communicating, or you are interested in the business side of technology. Choose cybersecurity if you want to be in the fight, not just like evaluate, like you want to be hands in, solving technical problems. If you're energized by solving technical problems under pressure, you don't like paperwork, you don't like documenting, because we do a lot of documenting in IT audit. So you don't like documenting, you also enjoy like deep specialization in one technical domain, like you enjoy going like deep in a domain, like, you like being an expert in a particular domain, okay? You are comfortable with high stress and always on environment, you like hands-on technical work more than documentation, and then you love the big high salary that comes because cybersecurity pays high, okay? Then these are the questions you should ask yourself that will help you determine which one to choose. So, personally, my honest verdict here is that IT audit and cybersecurity are not rivals, okay? They are complements, and the strongest technology risk professionals I've seen over my career, like they have deep expertise in one of these fields, and they have genuine knowledge of each of the fields. As an IT auditor, you still have an idea of what cybersecurity experts are doing, and cybersecurity experts at the same time, you have knowledge of what IT auditors are doing. Okay, an IT auditor who understands how cybersecurity controls are actually designed is going to be like a better control tester than someone that doesn't know, like what strong security you're looking at from the inside, where to probe, what questions to ask, like where there's a genuine gap, if there's a gap, okay, that would be better. And also a cybersecurity professional who understands audit methodology and regulatory requirements is going to be far more effective at building control environments that would hold up when IT auditors come to scrutinize. Like they understand the evidence standard even before the IT auditor asks for it. So they are like two different whatever, but they are complementing each other, okay? And both pay well, both fields are growing, both of them pay well. So the question here again is not which one is better or which one is smarter. It is which one is you. If you go back to the previous slide and you read the questions I asked, okay, which one is you? But personally, I would say start in IT audits if governance excites you, if you like communicating, you like probing, you like asking questions, start in IT audit. Start in cybersecurity if you want to be a defender. You want to make sure like you are defending all the attacks. You want to be in the fight. Okay. So please you can choose cybersecurity. Again, if you're ready to start in IT audit, if this video has helped you to see IT audit as the right path for you, here is exactly how I can help you take the next step. Okay, the first thing I would say is get my IT audit fundamentals bundle. This is the course I built specifically for people who want to transition into IT audit field. and need foundational knowledge before their first interview and even their first day in their role. Okay. In my IT audit fundamentals body, I cover IT general control, SOX, control testing methodology, work paper documentation, like communication, everything you need to walk into an interview and speak this language with real confidence. The link is going to be in the description below. The second option is to join my next IT audit 5-day guided training cohort. This is not going to be a pre-recorded course you're going to see through and watch alone. It's going to be live. Okay, it's cohort based. It's going to be a cohort based training where I will be coaching you directly through real life scenarios. We're going to do real hands on, practice, work paper exercises, and we are going to do like real interview preparation. Okay. So I usually like have a small group so that I can give, actual feedback on your work when you are working. Okay. If you are not sure which one is right for where you are right now, drop a comment below or send me a message directly. I would respond to you and I would like to know where you are in your journey, and I will point you genuinely to the right direction where you are supposed to, choose. Like this video if it helped you get clarity on which direction to go. Share it with someone who is asking themselves the same question you're asking yourself right now. Or drop a comment telling me which field resonated more for you. I'm going to read every one of your comments and reply. I'm going to see you in my next video. My name is Layo. Continue to learn with purpose, grow with confidence, and lead with grace. Thank you.